Hello everyone, welcome to PAWSOME. So a few weeks ago I went to London and visited several art stores, of course, and the highlight was definitely that I finally went to Jackson Art 1 year after I published my first art store video from London. There were so many comments under the video asking me why I didn't go to Jackson's Art because I was gouache hunting and it was very difficult for me to find like interesting gouache, and apparently Jackson Art was the answer, but I didn't know about Jackson Art, but now I do and I went there. So today I wanted to share what I bought from all the stores in London. It's definitely not a lot, it's like a very minimal haul, but I loved everything that I bought, so I hope you will enjoy this video. There are two branches of Jackson Art in London and I chose to go to the one in Hackney because I really like the interior design of that brand. I have no idea whether this is the best brand of the two or not. The first thing that I bought from Jackson's is obviously gouache from Holbein. So Jackson's Art sells a lot of different brands of gouache. There were Schminker artists, if I'm not mistaken, Winsor & Newton, and of course the Japanese brands Holbein and Turner. It's quite unusual to find this many selections for gouache in Europe. I don't feel like it's a very popular medium on the physical stores. So the colors that I picked were mustard, shell pink, pale lilac, and leaf green. These colors are super pretty and so unusual. What I really love from Holbein is that when you choose your colors from the packaging, the color of the paint is really true to the packaging, like it looks almost exactly the same, which is pretty amazing. Now I know this is like such a big speech for just gouache, but I'm really passionate about gouache, so please bear with me. Jackson Art also have their own brand. What caught my attention the most was their painting paper blocks and sketchbooks. As I have never tried any of their supplies before, I wanted to buy a block to try, and I started with cold press watercolor paper in 810 format. I really like the packaging design of their paper blocks. Each type of painting paper had different color code. I think for the oil paint paper it was red and black, and for this cold press watercolor is coral and blue, and I don't remember the rest, but I really love the colors. This paper is acid free. There was a really huge emphasis on acid free on every painting surface at the store, but it doesn't mention whether this is 100% cotton or not. I also grabbed a studio sketchbook from Jackson Art. This one is very lightweight and very minimal, cost under £1, so this is really cool. I like having multiple sketchbooks for different purposes. For example, I have one that I use specifically for drafting my final painting to test the different colors that I would use. So this new sketchbook here, I would like to use it for quick studies of people or poses with basic pen on the go, because it's lightweight so it can fit easily inside my bag and it won't hurt my back. Jackson Art branch in Hackney did have a big selection of brushes, but none of them really fit my personal preferences. Most of them were huge, meant for larger scale painting. I really prefer smaller, cuter ones like this one. These are from Roman Small. It's apparently a Polish brand that is famous for watercolor sets and also their brushes that are affordable but good quality. What I look for in a brush for gouache, well, first it has to be synthetic, and second it has to be quite firm because I love using a huge amount of paint for really thick textures, and firmer brushes will hold less water and more paint, so that will really achieve the result that I'm looking for usually. I bought a small round one because I always use this type of brush like all the time, and I never have too many of these, so I had to buy one to try. And the other one that I bought is a darker not dagger shaped brush. This one is slightly round, so I think this will really be perfect for when I need to paint the pleats of my dresses. Like, it can be sharp and really round at the same time. Another store I went to on a different day was Choosing and Keeping. I also got to know about these stores from the comments. So Choosing and Keeping is mostly a stationery store, a very fine one at that. Choosing and Keeping sells luxury Victorian style stationery and Japanese paper. So if you want to buy some like fancy sketchbooks or wrapping paper or stationery, this is where you have to go. It's a great gift store for yourself and for other people, of course. The store is really gorgeous, and they sell also some like painting mediums from Japan, like watercolor sets that were so beautiful. Everything was unsurprisingly expensive, so I didn't buy a lot of things. I just remember this item specifically because it was so expensive. It was a scented notebook at 65 pounds. So what I ended up buying is this neon pink flower and another one with these green lacy leaves and yellow flowers. Then I also got this little card. It's a cat. After Choosing and Keeping, I went to London Graphic Centre. Now, I didn't film there because this store was already featured in my first video in London. But I think in general, London Graphic Centre is a really great place that anyone can go. You can be an artist, a graphic designer, or just someone who enjoys stationery in general, because you will really enjoy that store. They have everything. I do use a lot of washi tape, so this year I went all out and bought 5 of them, and I ended up with this almost Harlequin circus selection. And last but not least, I also went to a bookstore. The first book that I found was this Growing Perennial. This book looks great if you want to grow perennials. I love perennials, but I intend to use this book more for my painting than for growing perennials. Inside the book, you have both illustrations and pictures, so it will be very useful for flower studies. It's a very inspiring and beautiful coffee table book also, so yeah, I'm excited to use this one. The second book I bought is called The Windowsill Gardener with illustrations by Annie Davidson. I really love the cute illustrations of really unexpected plants to put on your windowsill, like chili and garlic. I had to buy this book. If you want your neighbor to envy your windows decoration skills and also admire your talent for growing plants, then this book might be a helpful guide. But again, I'm only just going to use this book for painting. Fashion Play by Leslie Barnes. I love this book because it's not just a book, but it's also a toy. This book makes me feel like a kid again, which is so awesome. You can play around with the outfits, create your own sassy characters, and match outfit the way you want to. I feel like this book is so perfect when my creativity needs like a spark that doesn't involve scrolling through social medias or searching platforms, because those are really distracting.